Hey, beauties, good evening to you. So, I was listening on a program and they were talking about Bounty Killer's concern for what is happening in today's dancehall music. You know, that I don't know all of what he spoke about. I know some time ago he was speaking about the quality of the music, and I think more recently he was speaking on that the music is very maybe illicit, maybe it's too crude, and some of it is very bold when I listen to it. When I say bold, they did like some back in the day, you wondered if they mastered the English literature classes. You know, it was more covert, hidden, and you had to deduce it. Some of the songs. I like music like that where you had to wonder, okay, I'm wondering what it is that they're really and truly saying here. Oh, let me not. You may be interpreting it one way and it may mean something else. So, the metaphor, this, was really brilliant. The alliteration was brilliant. No, it's just there. Like they just said, the cat is black, the mat is white. It is there. And they were saying, the hosts were saying, in his day, in his heyday as an artist, people were complaining about the kind of music that he sung or DJ'd, and especially in terms of the gun music. And he mostly leaned towards that. He was more of the not just cross, angry, miserable kind of a thingy, but he was very good in terms of the clashes and his tone, how he charted his music. It was very harsh. And some people used to preach against it. I remember. But here is where I agree but also differ. Music has to evolve. You can't have the same music, no matter how much you like it. Their music in the 80s that I love, I have an old soul, as they would say, in a sense. A timeless soul, let's just put it that way. And the music, you have beautiful music from the 50s that I like, from the 60s, 70s, 80s. I will know the 80s music, the 90s music, We're talking about like R&B, soul music, dancehall music, beautiful, fantastic. I love, 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 love them. And so on. I don't have a problem with the change in terms of how quantum the dancehall is. Where I have the problem is that people feel that, some people feel that their calling is dancehall music, to be a dancehall artist when they're really not. So, for example, back in the day, you could almost shut your eye and name a number of fantastic dancehall artists from in the 80s and the 90s. So we're talking the Shabarangs, we're talking the Ninja Mans, we're talking the Super Cats, the Josie Wales, the Admiral Baileys, the Professor Nuts, some of the names I can't read, the Mad Cobras. I can't just be calling names. I might not be remembering everybody offhand right away. But there are many other names. Like you can go on one show and you say, boy, I don't even know which one I really and truly come for, because all of them, they're talented, they sound good. Their vocal prowess and skills on the dancehall beat is good. The Terror Fabulous, you name them, you can call them. They all did very well. They're very musical and lyrical and stylish. The Papa Sans, the Stitches, you can safely say, comfortably say that you can take it to the bank and not have a bounce check that these were very good and talented artists. In today's day, you can almost count it on your one hand, the ones that are good. I'm talking about where their vocal skills and prowess is off the chain. So for me, it's more the skill and the talent. Sometimes I'm hearing people, you'll be watching TV and some people will be entering competitions, or they'll be, trying to get their thing. And when you hear them, you said, first of all, I wonder if they're hearing the music. The music is here and their voice is here. The music is going at a particular pace and their music is slowing down. They're not musical any at all. It is like a non-singer who wants to enter the voice, or X Factor, whatever the music competition is, a non-singer, somebody who does not have a melodious sound. So let me put it that way. That their gift is not the gift of singing melodiously. It's the same with dancehall. You have to have that skill and talent for it. That's where my problem is. The music is here. I've heard somebody are off-key completely. You can be off-key even in DJing. Or sing Jane, the rhythm is going at a certain beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. For example, I'm just giving an example. And they're going 1, two, three. It's all over the place. All over the place. And the lyric sounds very puerile, very like you wonder if they even had a little understanding of how to put music together. Let your music have a little wit behind it. Just let it have a little wit behind it, even if you want to be very out there, not covert. You know, you just want people to say the cat is black and the mat is white. Fine. And again, I don't have a problem with the genre, the styling of how the music goes, but I have a problem with in terms of the talent. That's where the problem for me lies. You know, he's complaining that the music is illicit and, you know, basically highly sexual and all of that. But back in the day, they really complained about your music, the Beanie Man's music, and some of the other people that it was like that. So every generation has the same issue in terms of the lyrical content. All right. So, you know, basically some of the hosts were saying that it's hypocritical of him to say that. And that he's now speaking because he's now mature. That could be true. And I've never been from ever since. I've never been one who gravitated towards music that is just illicit and slack, because there is no, let us put aside Christianity versus non-Christianity. There is no wit behind it, because everybody is aware of the anatomy. Everybody is aware of, for example, if you put a penis in the vagina, there is nothing that is just will tickle the fancy or tickle the mind, let you think, wow, what sense of brilliance, such resplendence. You know, it's just very vulgar. It's just very crude and lewd. You know, so I've never really had an affinity to music that's just slack and just there. And they tend not to go very far, to be honest. You know, if there's no wit behind it, if there's no craft behind it, if there's no, you know, a sort of a cunning, let me put it there. I don't even like use the word cunning, just crafty. It's not crafty. It's not witty. There's no brilliance behind it. You know, they tend not, and those music tend not to go far. They get stuck somewhere in mid-air, and just a select few end up gravitating towards that. So for me, it's more than just, you know, the lyrical content is very important, because what you promulgate in the atmosphere does affect people if they hear it on a consistent basis, especially things about whether it's scamming, chopping, stealing, you know, cheating, promiscuity, and so on, and the different social ills that we can think about, you know. But my main problem, to be quite honest, is the lacking or the lack of solid talent in a wide way. I mean, as I said, back in the 80s and 90s, you could list quite a number of talented acts, quite a number, almost countless. No, you can literally call one or two names. Some of the people, when I hear them, I'm saying, I'm wondering if they're literally deaf and they're just singing on deaf ears. Because I'm wondering if they're not hearing themselves, or when the music is playing, they're not hearing the music. Their voice, the music is here and their voices are here below the note, off key, flat. Their voices sound dry. It's not crafty, it's not stylistic. Even in DJing, even in the dance hall. So, I don't know. I don't know. So that is where maybe at Bounty Killer and I share a difference. Yeah, or I wouldn't even say share a difference. I guess he's now I think he spoke about the craft before, you know. But, you know, recently he was speaking about the lyrical content. Lyrical content for me is important, because I'm not going to promulgate messages that are debauchery and evil and wicked, or tell you to do wrong things. But also I believe in skill and talent. If you're a non-singer, don't enter The Voice. If you're a non-singer, don't enter American Idol, for example. Do not do it. That's not where your skill and your talent is. Nowadays, everyone wants to be a DJ and a dancehall artist, even when you don't have the voice and you don't sound good. I don't know. Yes, beauty. So I don't know. I don't know. You have to know your calling, beautiful people. You're not going to be happy when you go into something that is not your gifting because you want a quick money or you want to be famous and popular. You can be famous and popular now. One of the beautiful things with technology is that even if you sweep the street, you do that with dynamism, wit. Let me tell you, you can become popular if that is what you want, because people like power, money, and popularity, and sex. But the talent though. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share.